Hello, and welcome back to Doug Talks. I'm on with a special guest today, even though I think probably all of them have been special to me though so far. Drob might be the most special.
Hey! I like that.
Yeah. We're in another basement today, lounging, chilling.
Relaxing.
Yeah, all cool.
Oh, fuck, I forgot to
Yeah, but we're gonna ask some existential questions.
Let's get it.
Alright, so, Drob,
You're...
is there a God?
Oh, that's such a good one. I don't know. I feel like... Alright, so I feel like if, like... And I haven't really studied this all that much, so, like, don't take me... This is just, like, maybe, like, 5% study, 95%, like, it's just how I feel.
Okay, alright, yeah, that's good.
Yeah. I
At
feel like
least there's 100% there.
Yeah. I feel like all the religions kind of preach the general same thing. Be nice to people. Like,
right.
Be kind to your neighbor. Do right by people. Do right by yourself. Don't wrong people. And I was raised Catholic, so like I kind of base it off of that because that's like my canvas. It's my backdrop or whatever.
Right.
But I feel like they're all preaching the same thing. So I feel like it doesn't matter which one you follow.
Okay.
As long as you follow the morals of them.
I think one conflicting element is that it says, a lot of them say, follow no other God.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
like,
yeah. And that's like the fucking marketing tool for that religion. It's like, okay, so we got them hooked. This is a good idea.
Yeah.
But how do we keep them? Tell them not to listen to anybody else.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like, so for me, like, I just feel like if you follow those,
right,
and one of them is right, whichever one it might be, maybe none of them are right.
Okay.
But if you follow,
pessimistic, half glass empty.
I mean, but like whichever one of those is right and is the benevolent God that they always
aspire to be.
Yeah, benevolent means like good, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I was like, is that like malevolent? But
yeah. Benevolent is good.
Good word. So if they are that benevolent God that they always tell us, then like I feel like if you're following that general path, then like they should be like, all right, I'll let you slide. Like, come on, you're not an asshole. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that like, just really, as long as you're not a fucking douche, like I feel like
you're
like,
going to an afterlife.
I want to believe in the idea of an afterlife.
It's kind of like our second.
Yeah.
You know.
I definitely want to. I mean, like, it being the... Yeah, I want it to. I want to believe that there's an afterlife. I don't know, I feel like I wouldn't ever, like, want to stop living, like, to some degree. Like, I'm not saying I don't want to die, because, like, this life has purpose because it ends. So you got to jam as much shit as you can in the time being. But I do feel like there's, like, not necessarily an afterlife of, like, my life, but, like, the next...
step.
Just exactly, the next step, whatever it may be. I feel like there's some degree of experience in it for this combination of atoms right here.
I'm going to play devil's advocate.
Hit me.
So what if it's a bad experience?
In your life?
Yeah, like, what if the next step is, like, either from anywhere from a tiny bit worse to, like, a hell? You know?
I hear you. I guess it's a crapshoot.
Yeah.
It's just up to chance. Because
aren't there some religions that say that there's no like bad place that you go to? It's either like heaven or super heaven.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
great.
Yeah, it's like good and great. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if I have a rebuttal for that. Like, because like I said, in '95, this is just like how I feel.
Yeah.
It's like my own religion. But. Yeah, I don't know. I just kind of, I don't know. I guess now that you're asking me, I guess I think it's up to chance, and that I'm lucky to be where I'm at, and I think, I don't want to. Yeah, I feel
lucky. Like for Catholicism, there's things they want you to do. right? Which we
Yeah.
explored. Right?
Yeah.
So, and if there's free will,
Mm-hmm.
right, then is it less chance of more action? You know, like
I
I
guess
did
in a
this,
sense.
I did this. You know,
Yeah,
like
I get.
but
Yeah.
but then you feel like sometimes you think things are fated. You know,
Yeah,
like it's like
yeah.
that was out of my hands, that was out of my
Yeah, yeah,
control. You know, like
I don't know how I feel about fate.
I kind of believe in fate.
I
I think there's
yeah.
moments of fate that occur, and you can't really like. You don't expect them.
Yeah, I hear
You
you
know,
on that.
like that. Like that's the crazy thing is that they come when they want, and it's like magic. Like
Yeah.
that. I don't know.
I see where you're going. 'Cause there are definitely parts where I feel like, oh yeah, that was like, where I feel like, so I'll say it sometimes too. Like I'll be like, whatever is supposed to happen in my life is supposed to happen because,
Right.
like, I guess I think in this sort of like, almost like, like at the end of my life, like that's the final period in the book. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
and whatever was gonna happen was gonna happen. Like it's gonna
Right.
end. I know that.
Yeah.
So in like
I really like that.
yeah,
imagery.
yeah. So like like in a sense, I guess believe in that. I know there's a point, so I know that there's only so much I can do, and I know that there's only one path it's going to take. So in that sense, I guess I feel like yes, there's some kind of fate in that. Like I'm going to do whatever it is I was going to do, and at the end of my life, like you can look back and say whatever it is you want to say. Like that's just the way it went.
Right.
And so I guess I feel like in that sense, like yeah, like the things that I'm doing, I'm meant to do, but in like my psychology, the way I was raised, all this like put me on this path, and this path is going to make me pick certain choices. Like I was never going to. I don't know, like I was never not going to college. Like that was
Right,
always
right.
like I was told I was doing it, and I was doing it.
And then you do it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that was a decision I was never like not going to
So
make.
that was action more so.
Yeah, and but that's action, and then the part of it that I think is a crapshoot is my psychology.
Right.
What made me me? That's really a crapshoot. My
Okay.
genetics is totally random. What
your environment?
my
things like
environment
that,
is totally
yeah.
random because at the same point that I feel like there's this period at the end. I think
like,
there's a beginning that's like
where does it? I feel like at some point it's not random, because if everything branches off from something else,
yeah,
like it just depends on how far back can you go before you can't find any more information. I think.
okay. So, are you finished?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So for the randomness for me, I feel like the random aspect is that I came from my specific like genealogy. Like I feel like
Right.
that's just like kind of at some point it's like I feel like when life begins, like that's what's random.
Okay.
What you're gonna get, like what
Right,
your
yeah.
starting hand is.
Yeah.
It's
It's
totally
that for you. It's out of your hands.
Exactly. Yeah,
Right,
I have
yeah.
no choice on it. Like it's kind of random. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like.
I would agree with that.
So that respect, I feel like, is the crapshoot part of this life, and you make out of it what you make out of it.
Yeah.
And then, just to tie it all back in, that afterlife is the next hand. It's the next
Right.
fucking, the next hand.
But I feel like that's where I sort of disagree, because it's there's some aspect of like will, so like, and if afterlife is in a lot of senses to me described as something that you can achieve by doing a certain set of like goals,
Okay.
then don't your actions like I've had sex before I got married, right?
Yeah.
Am I going to hell? That's what I want to know. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
is that the only thing? Who cares? Who cares? But like, I think I won't. I think I'm more of a proponent like that. There's some afterlife, but it's more of like I feel like I'm gonna be in purgatory for a while,
the
floating around.
fucking white space. That's SpongeBob episode.
Yeah. Yeah. That's SpongeBob episode.
That's when I think of
purgatory.
That's what I think of.
Damn, that's cool. That's cool. It's not the one where Squidward's playing flute and says like hello all over the place.
Exactly.
Yeah. Is that the one?
And it's white background. It's
Yeah,
just,
hello. Yeah, it's
that's
so
what I feel
weird.
like it'd be like, because that would not be terrifying,
Yeah,
because I would recognize everything I'm seeing, but it would
Yeah.
also be like very unsettling.
yeah.
Like, how
Oh,
am I
yeah.
in nothing, and words? I'm all of a sudden thinking and reading words.
Yeah,
like,
you're not in
I'm-
any kind of
yeah.
familiar reality.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
offended, but it's also like, whoa, like what is going on? And
Yeah.
that would, I guess purgatory would be like that feeling like fucking ever.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I think you can get out of purgatory.
Well, yeah, I like that idea.
Yeah.
I think some of my religious.
Wow, shit.
What?
We've hit 10:10,
Oh, nice.
which marks the longest Doug Talks that we've ever had.
Ooh, I'm glad to have a new record under my belt.
Nice. I mean, I hate to stop the conversation, but I also,
Do you, bro?
I think I like the brevity of the Doug Talks.
I'm with it, bro.
You know, 10 minutes. Let's see if people are gonna listen to 10 minutes. You know.
People vibe with 10 minutes.
Yeah. All right. And with that, I wish the rest of you a good evening, a good Rutgers poster, if you got one,
If you got one. I also
and the
got a
good Jimi Hendrix poster if you got one. That's actually way better. I take that. I take the Rutgers down.
hat.
And a beautiful rest of your day.